It is said that a man without confidence is a dead man walking. Not only is he not attractive to a woman, but he struggles to make large sums of money, get respect from other men, and even from his kids. And from all of the life events, going through the process of divorce is a painful experience that can give a serious blow to your confidence. So if you've been feeling heavy, empty, lonely, and lost after divorce, well, you must know that this is totally okay and normal. What is not okay is to stay there. Now, the fact that you're coming here to watch this video is testimony that you want to rebuild your confidence and exit the shell of a man you've become. And that's exactly what I'll show you here in this video. Because I also remember how it was for me after the second divorce. I was laying there on the only furniture I had left in my apartment, the bed. She didn't want to take it. I wonder why. Feeling depressed and so empty. My confidence was so shattered. I didn't think I'd ever recover. Questions like, how will I manage 2 co-parenting relationships with women who hate me? How will I find the time to take care of myself? How will I make it financially with 1 income to support 3 households? I was already working 50, 60-hour weeks. Where will I find the time for friends, for hobbies, for dating, for sex? What will other people think of me? Who am I now as a man, and will I ever be happy again? If this sounds familiar, I need you to hear 2 things. First, you're far from alone in this. All of the men go through that process after divorce. And second, that story you're telling yourself, that's not the truth. And it's not the end of your life. Because after spending some time in that dark place, I discovered a formula for building real, unshakable confidence. Not the fake confidence you can see on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or wherever else. Like fake it till you make it kind of shit. No, real confidence that's earned and permanent. With this formula, I was able to outgrow my problems. I doubled my business in 18 months while reducing workload to 15 hours per week. I made peace with both mothers to my kids. I became the sturdy leader my kids needed. And finally, I found success in the dating arena. But it's not just me. I've helped dozens of clients do the same, like Peter, who went from borderline suicidal to booming, getting a significant raise at work, expanding his testosterone level, and finding success in dating in less than 8 weeks of using this formula. His interview is in the description. So without further ado, here are the 5 steps to getting unshakable confidence. Step 1. Understand what real confidence is. The big problem is that many people talk about confidence, but people don't understand what that is. It's not a feeling. And if you don't understand what real confidence is, how can you ever attain it? So the first step is to redefine confidence itself. Now, the problem is society sells us a cheap version of confidence. It's all about puffing out your chest and faking it till you make it. That's bullshit. That's a house of cards. It doesn't work. Real, lasting confidence is built on a simple formula. So grab your notebook. I'm going to give it to you right here, right now. So confidence is integrity plus competence. And if you lack either one of those, right, or both of them, well, you're not really confident. You may have fake confidence, but not real, genuine confidence. You may present a fake face, like wearing a mask for the outside world, and you appear like you have your act together. But when you come home, alone, with yourself and by yourself, well, it's a whole different story, isn't it? So what does it mean? What is integrity? Integrity is doing what you said you would do. That's simple. When you tell yourself that you're going to go to the gym instead of doom scrolling, you do it. When you say that you're going to stay present with your kids without the phone nearby, you do that too. When you say you're going to make sales calls or pass interviews, you do it. It's about keeping your promises to yourself, to your children, and to your community. It's about aligning your actions with your responsibilities as a man, as a father, and as a leader, even when it's difficult. Especially when it's difficult. Even when you don't feel like it. It's about choosing creative, constructive actions over destructive ones. And I want you to consider that when you don't have integrity in your life, well, deep inside of you, you have that nagging feeling that you're failing and that you're fake. That you aren't to be trusted. because you don't even trust yourself and your word. And when anyone, be it your kids, your ex, your business contacts, anyone, press on that button, well, you lose your shit. Can you remember a few times it happened? I bet you can. And regardless how much therapy you'll do, how many videos you're gonna watch, how many books you're gonna read, if you live out of integrity with yourself, you will never achieve genuine confidence and you'll resort to wearing a fake mask for the rest of your life. Is that the future you want for yourself? Is that the leader you wish to be? Good. Now that we spoke about integrity, what is competence? Well, competence is a skill set. For any man, but especially a divorced dad, it's about mastering the skills required to thrive in your new reality. And the four major pillars are: 1. Organization. You need to manage your new logistics of your new life. Manage your resources like your time, your energy, your money, and your focus. Because your life after divorce is more complex and complicated and requires you to be organized. Second skill is emotional regulation. You need to handle your own triggers and lead with calm. Because when you don't have the skill of emotional regulation, you're losing your shit all the time. And you're stuck in continuously creating damage to your relationships with your kids, with your ex, at work, all over the place, including with yourself. In those circumstances, you cannot build peace with your ex. You cannot build thriving, loving home with your kids. Third skill is communication. To interact effectively so that you can lead your ex-spouse and your kids into a peaceful environment. And lastly, repair. Repair is your ability to acknowledge when you're wrong and make things right. And because you're a human being, you've been making mistakes. And you did create damage. And guess what? You will continue doing so because you're a human being. But when you don't know how to repair, that's when you're condemning yourself to being stuck in broken relationships with no safety, no trust. So when you have high integrity and high competence, well, you have real confidence. Anything else is fake. And if so far you're getting real value from this video, please like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm put this information in front of other men who need to hear this. And also, if you want a full guide and a worksheet to get you started building your real confidence, well, guess what? I created one for you and it's free. You can download it for free at the link in the description. Now that we understand what true confidence is, let's go to step 2, managing your expectations. Now, you must understand this. Building confidence is not a short-term tactic. It's a long-term lifestyle. You didn't lose your confidence overnight, and you won't build it back over a weekend. And you probably know some of those guys. Maybe you've been one yourself. Maybe you're one like right now, who go online, search for a trick or tactic to boost their confidence, like saying affirmations into a mirror. I am capable. I am worthy. I am whatever, fill in the gap. But they avoid the hard work of getting back integrity and building their competence. And of course, those tricks don't work. If they did, everybody would be confident. Are they? No, everybody's crumbling. So eventually they realize tricks and tactics won't work when you deal with your consciousness. And you have no choice but to do the work. Because building your integrity and competence is like building a fortress, brick by brick. It's tough work. It requires patience and daily commitment, not a sporadic effort. And anybody who's selling you otherwise is doing you a disservice and is just outright lying to you. I thought this way as well. It took me a lot of work to come to the realization that I need to do real work. I hope you don't make the same mistake as I did. Think of it this way. You cannot go to the gym once and be strong for life. You can't practice a skill for an hour and call yourself a master. This journey is about embracing the process. It's about making the steps in the right direction and doing your daily reps to build the muscle. It's about showing up every day and laying one more brick. Some days you lay a perfect brick, other days it might be crooked, especially at the beginning. The point is to keep building. And again, this isn't a quick fix. It's a fundamental change in how you operate as a man. It's a new way of life. And guess what? Divorce gives you a perfect opportunity to do that. Start from scratch. Step 3. Shift from victim to creator. For a long time after my divorce, I felt like a victim. I thought, why is everything happening to me? What have I done to deserve this? Right? Sounds familiar? And listen, while this feeling is valid, especially in the beginning, staying there leaves you powerless. Real confidence is impossible from a victim mindset. The crucial shift happens when you move from being a victim of your circumstance to becoming the creator of your life. So I want you to remember and recite the following mantra daily, multiple times per day. If it is to be, it is up to me. Say it with me right now. Open your mouth, actually say it. If it is to be, it is up to me. Breathe into it. Say it again. If it is to be, it is up to me. Anchor this into your body, because nothing in your life is going to shift until you make it so. You are the creator of your life. If it is to be, it is up to me. And the hard truth is that you must accept that while you couldn't control what happened, you have 100% control over how you respond. This means making a deliberate choice to shift your mindset from, look what happened to me, to this happened, and now we'll choose what I create from it. That single change in perspective transforms you from a passive character in your own story into the active author of your future. You're no longer waiting for a savior. You become your own savior. Step 4, create your path. Now, once you've decided to be the creator, you need a blueprint. A path forward doesn't just appear, you have to design it. And this step is about getting specific and intentional about building your integrity and competence. So grab a piece of paper and a pen. If you're driving, I suggest you rewatch this video when you're in a position to write. You can also go to the link in the description and download the full worksheet right now. What you'll need to do first is to define what high integrity looks like for you, not for your neighbor, not for your friends, for you. And I understand that this may be overwhelming to define to start with, especially so you want to start with a simpler question. What is one promise you can make and keep to yourself today or this week? What does it mean for you to act with integrity as a man, as a father, as a co-parent, and as a leader today or this week? Just write it down. And after you have written it, do as you wrote. Inside of my coaching program, we go into much more detail, much more depth, but even if you just answer those questions daily for the next 7 days, you will not recognize the man in the mirror in mere 7 days. Just believe me, do it. You'll see for yourself. Next, what you want to do is assess your competence. Look at the 4 pillars: organization, emotional regulation, communication, and repair. And I want you to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 in each of them. Which one is your weakest link right now? Be honest. Then identify one small but concrete action you can take to build that skill. If it's organization, maybe it's writing down all of your tasks for the week and then scheduling some of them into your calendar. What gets scheduled gets done. If it's emotional regulation, well, it could be committing to a 5-minute breath work exercise every morning or whenever you feel triggered. Again, this isn't about solving everything at once. It's impossible. It's about creating a clear, actionable starting point. And the beautiful thing about it, as you do it daily, you build momentum, you gain integrity, you build competence, and with that, what do you build? Confidence, that's right. And so finally, step 5, step into action. A plan is worthless until you act on it. It's a good thing that you're watching this video, but if you don't act on the information I'm giving you here, this same information that has helped men like Tyson and Henry go from toxic to peaceful co-parenting in a few months, you're just adding to your own lack of integrity. This final step is the most important because this is where everything becomes real. Action is the engine of both integrity and competence. The right action is what drives confidence. When you do what you say you would, you build integrity. When you practice that new skill, you build competence. This is how confidence is forged, through the tangible proof of your own actions. So I encourage you to take that one small action you identified in the last step and do it today. Don't wait until you feel ready or motivated. The action itself is what creates the momentum. Prove to yourself that you are a man who follows through. Prove to yourself that you can learn and grow. Every choice, no matter how small, is a vote for the man you are becoming. Each action builds that sense of agency and proves you are in the driver's seat of your own life. Just do it and you will see immediately how much more confident you feel, how much more self-assurance you have. I encourage you, just freaking do it. And look, if this video helped you today, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on building a life you can be proud of. I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of the 4 competencies are you going to work on first? Remember, you got this. Let's recap on the 5 steps to build real confidence. 1. Understand what confidence is. Integrity plus competence. 2. Manage your expectations. This is a lifestyle. 3. Shift from victim to creator. Remember, if it is to be, it is up to me. 4. Create your path. And finally, 5. Step into action. And most important of all, I want you to keep in mind, this is a journey. So be disciplined and patient with yourself. You're not defined by your divorce. You're being defined right now by your commitment to building a better future. You have everything you need to rebuild, and the best chapters of your story are the ones you are about to create through your own deliberate actions. And remember, when dads rise, kids thrive. Take care.